afternoon, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming out on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. We are here to celebrate the Japanese culture. We are here to celebrate our sister city, Hanamaki, Japan, and we are here to celebrate coming together as a community. If you look around, you can see a really nice cross-section of Hot Springs, but not just Hot Springs, but of Arkansas. And we are so happy and so proud to be able to present this festival to you today. So first, I would like to acknowledge our elected officials that are here today. We have Senator Sample, we have Representative Warren, we also have the Secretary of Agriculture, Wes Ward. We also have, all right, we have City Director Carol Weatherford. She snuck in. He snuck in. And Mayor Pat McCabe.
Elected officials.
And City Director Steve Trusty. All right, I believe we also have today with us Bill Burrow, who is a city manager. And I believe we have one more? And we have Aaron Holiday as well, city director. I'm short, y'all. I can't see some of you back there. And we also want to acknowledge our sponsors. We have so many, and without them, we would not be able to present this free event for the community. We have Tokusen, Walmart, M3 Services, Dilks Law Firm. We also have many more. We have the City of Hot Springs. We have the Convention Center. We have other individuals and businesses that also gave anonymously. And I have to say that without the Sister City Foundation Board, this would not be possible either. And if we have any board members out there, I know some of them are helping put the finishing touches inside. We have Lindsay Dilks, who will be in charge of our Cherry Blossom store inside. We have Donna Kasparian, who has been invaluable in getting the photo booth set up. We have Darlene Gentles somewhere in the audience. Also, in other supporting roles, we have Carla Mouton, we have Bart Bledsoe, Ann Hill, and Karen Dodd, and also Bruce Orr, who I believe couldn't be with us today, and Corey Alderdice. And y'all better go see him over at the sake tasting later. And now I'm going to turn it over to our Executive Director, Mary Zunick.
Yes, and again, just let me reiterate what Michelle said. Michelle Roberts is also a member of the Sister City Foundation Board of Directors, and they have worked so hard on this. Michelle has put in countless hours, and so I just want to acknowledge Michelle and all that she has done to pull this festival together. So please. And as part of this festival, we can't travel back and forth to our sister city right now. So it's more important than ever that for us to come together as a community. Our mission is to find out what we have in common with people who are very different from ourselves. So since we can't have our visitors from Hanamaki be here, I think this is an even more special tribute to our friends there so far away in Hanamaki, that we are gathering together to still celebrate our connection, almost 30 years of friendship with our sister city. And those of you in the crowd, if you have ever hosted a student from Japan, if you ever traveled to Japan to visit our sister city, or been connected in any way, served on the foundation board, please raise your hand. It is thanks to all of you that this happens. So we really appreciate that. Now, for our very special guest who is here today, who traveled all the way from Nashville, Tennessee this morning, from the Japanese consulate in Nashville, brand new to this area, his first assignment as a Consul General, Consul General Matsumoto. And I believe he has a few words to share with us. Please come forward.
Well, thank you for the kind introduction. It's okay. I didn't know how to do that. So, I'm very much grateful for this opportunity to be here and to talk to you all. I would like to begin by expressing thanks to the Hot Springs Sister City Foundation, and also I would like to thank all of sponsors, organizers, and volunteers for this event. In particular, our special thanks to Ms. Michelle Roberts for her work as Cherry Blossom Chair, I think. Thank you very much. And since I arrived January, I've been looking forward to come here and to participate this event because I have few objectives. First, I would like to talk to you, people in Arkansas and Hot Springs specifically. And I understand, or actually I have great respect for the sister city relationship between Hot Springs and Hanamaki. For such a long time, almost 30 years, it is one of the best practices, I believe, in a relationship between Japan and the United States and Japan and Arkansas. So that is, I wanted to know how people are contributing to the good relationship building and maintaining. And personally, in my previous post, I was engaged in the international trade negotiations, and sometimes I heard that Arkansas has a big producer for very important food for Japanese people, rice. So I wanted to taste rice and rice products in Arkansas for a long time, so I thought this would be a good occasion for me. And finally, I would like to know more about Arkansas and Hot Springs. I will be in Nashville for some time and covering Arkansas and Hot Springs in my jurisdiction. So I wanted to talk to everybody. Once again, thank you very much for the host, sponsors, organizers, volunteers, and I'm looking forward to enjoying this event. Thank you very much.
And now I would like to invite Hot Springs City Mayor Pat McCabe to please come forward with a presentation. And Consul General Matsumoto, if you could please come back and just, thank you.
As Mary had indicated, City of Hot Springs and Hanamaki, Japan, have had a sister city relationship spanning nearly 30 years. I had the privilege to go to Hanamaki on our 25th anniversary of that union, and enjoyed it very much. It's always a pleasure to have those representatives of Japan here in Hot Springs, and where we can show them the beauty of our community, and also for them to have a greater appreciation of the connection between us and Hanamaki. So with that, we have a presentation to make to the Consul General, and it's a key to the city, and it reads as such. Presented to Consul General Yoichi Matsumoto, Consul General of Japan in Nashville, April 3rd, 2022, by the City of Hot Springs Mayor and Board of Directors. Consul General.
And also, if I could invite Arkansas Secretary of Agriculture Wes Ward and our own from here in Hot Springs, State Senator Les Warren, to please come forward with another presentation. And Senator Bill Sample, if you could please come as well. There we go.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to be here today. I'm Wes Ward, the Secretary of Agriculture for Arkansas, and it's a pleasure to be here to represent Governor Asa Hutchinson in the state of Arkansas. Thank y'all for putting on this event. I know the governor wishes that he could be here personally, but his travel kept him from being here today. Just want to remark just briefly on how important the relationship is between the U.S. and Japan and Arkansas and Japan. I've been in the Marine Corps for 22 years now, and I've had the opportunity to travel to Japan a couple of times. Just an honor to be able to do that, to represent not just Arkansas, but the U.S. and our military relationship with Japan. So I would just ask for each of you, when you think about the festival today, just pause and take a step back and just think about their broader relationship between the United States and Japan, and just how important that is. When you think about some of the issues that we face across the globe, North Korea, China, Russia, all of those issues, Japan is so incredibly important, such a strategic, incredible ally for the United States as a whole. And I know a lot of people like to go to Washington, D.C. to see the cherry blossoms. Great representation of the strong partnership between the United States and Japan. So it really is fitting that here today in this beautiful city with beautiful weather, that we also get to recognize the relationship between Arkansas and Japan. And so on behalf of Governor Hutchinson, I just want to say thank you to each of you for being here and recognizing that. Thank you to the Consul General for being here as well. So thank you very much.
I would just like to say that I am so thankful for the relationship we've developed with Japan and Hanamaki. I made the trip in 2002. It's one of the most hospitable people that I've ever met. We go and they seem to not be able to do enough good for us. So it has been a wonderful journey to have the relationship with Hanamaki and the people of Japan. And as a member of the House of Representatives, I have a citation to present to you. Whereas Hot Springs, Arkansas and Hanamaki, Japan officially became sister cities January 15, 1993, and the annual Cherry Blossom Festival held each spring in Hot Springs allows its citizens the opportunity to celebrate the culture of Japan. And this year we are honored to have Consul General of Japan, Yoichi Matsumoto, in attendance. And whereas the Sister City program promotes peace through mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation between two communities in two countries, the program creates bonds between people of different cultures, allowing them to celebrate and appreciate their differences and build partnerships. And whereas, for almost 3 decades, Hot Springs and Hanamaki have proven to be a perfect match, with both cities relying on tourism as a chief source of revenue, and each city attracting tourists with the benefits of their natural hot springs. And whereas the citizens and leaders of Hot Springs look forward to working with Mr. Matsumoto and the citizens of Hanamaki with a shared commitment to continue enriching the relationships we have formed and bonds we have created. And whereas the House of Representatives of the 93rd General Assembly of the state of Arkansas takes great pride in welcoming Mr. Yoichi Matsumoto and wishes him great success. Now thereto, pursuant to the motion of Representative Les Warren, the Arkansas House of Representatives directs that this citation be presented on this 3rd day of April 2022. It's signed by the Speaker of the House and myself. Thank you so much for what you do and being here today.
And before we commence with the festivities, I thank you for all standing out here and a little patient with us as we work through our announcements and all of the exciting things that are going on. But one thing that many of us here in Hot Springs have been planning and hoping and dreaming for many years, we have a special announcement today. If I could ask Matt Bell to please come forward. And I will turn the mic over to Matt Bell.
Thank you, Barry. My name is Matt Bell. With me today is Ben Bell, no relation. But this journey started about 6 years ago when I talked to Ben. And as a direct result of the Sister City program, Ben was sent to Japan and learned the art of sake brewing. And we're proud to announce that we're opening Origami Sake here in Hot Springs. It will be, to our knowledge, the largest. So we're located at 2360 East Grand, the old Tex America building. And to our knowledge, it'll be the largest U.S.-based sake brewery in the country. So thank you. This is slipping on me here, sorry. There we go. So, Hot Springs in particular, Arkansas in particular, is uniquely positioned for this industry. We grow 50% of the rice. One of our farmers today is here, Isbell Farms, next to us. And they grow sake rice. It's a specific medium grain rice. Hot Springs has water that is perfect for brewing sake as well. The pH and the mineral content's ideal. And the Sister City program with Hanamaki has made all this come together. And most importantly, we're fortunate to have Ben Bell, who's probably the most educated sake professional in the United States. And I want to have Ben come up and say a few words. Thank you all.
Hey y'all, yeah, so as Mary said, this is kind of a long time coming, making sake here in Hot Springs. For me personally, I started homebrewing sake in 2007, and that's when I met Chris Isbell. He and his family are growing sake rice in Arkansas and making the rice side famous. And then in 2014, through Hot Springs' excellent Sister City relationship, I was able to go to Iwate Prefecture and train for 2 years at one of the greatest sake breweries in Japan. So now I'm thrilled to come back and bring that training and technical support and help put Arkansas sake on the map. So coming soon.
And I just want to make sure, before we head inside, I want to make sure that we did not miss any of the sponsors who helped make this possible. The Japan Foundation Center for Global Partnership in New York, and we have a representative here with us today. This is truly not possible without a tremendous grant from that organization. So, Masasaki. Anyway, you'll see him inside at the photo booth, so be sure and tell him hello and thank you. Tokusen USA, Arvest, M3, Dilks Law Firm, Ayato, Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts, Isbell Farms, Visit Hot Springs, Wells Fargo, and Origami Sake. So please, one more round of applause for our sponsors. And we have a full schedule of events today, a number of exhibits that you can walk through, beautiful kimono, or opportunities to fold origami, to get your name in calligraphy, photo booths. We even have snow cones, because what festival would be complete without some snow cones and children's games? So we invite you to enjoy all of that, but some special performances today as well. We have Kiari Taiko will be our first performance today in Horner Hall. And so we invite you all to come directly from out here into Horner Hall and have a seat and enjoy the taiko performance. We have dancers, Kaz Finney and Bon Odori dance group here that will be dancing later, martial arts demonstrations, and of course workshops. We have Japanese gardening in Arkansas with Jim Elmore. We have how you make a bento, and even, because we all need it in today's world, a little bit of Zen and meditation. So some great workshops, a full lineup, and opportunity here in Hot Springs to hear Japanese taiko. So I'm going to turn that over. Dr. Kai Reed got us started, and I'm going to turn it over now to Kiari Taiko, and they will lead us into the first performance. Thank you all.
Okay, they're leading us into the first performance.
Okay, just to get everybody up to speed, Miss Leo Olton will be the motonachi. For the most part, she will be receiving. Okay? And then just to get everybody in the loop, in Kendo, we practice Japanese sword fighting using a bamboo stick called shinai. Okay? It is made out of 4 pieces of bamboo slabs that's bind together with leather. And that way has a little play. And don't get me wrong, if you get smacked with it, it still hurts. Okay? Kendo practitioner, Kenshi, also wear a protective gear called Bogu. Okay? It consists of men, which is the helmet, kote, which is the gauntlet, a torso protector called tare, and then hip and groin protector called do, as a chest protector, and then hip and groin protector, tare. The way we practice, the way we sport in Kendo, is we hit men. There are 3 targets, center and on each side of the men. We have Tsuki, which is we will not do today, considering that we have mostly beginners. And this FYI, this is smaller than most of your phone. Okay? We have do, again, both sides of the do, as well as kote as the target. All right. For warm up, they will do kirikaishi. And then following after kirikaishi, 2 men, basic strike to the head, 2 kote, basic strike to the wrist, and then 2 do, basic strike to the torso. Two men. Hoteuchi. Goji. We're going to do one more round with Miss Suzanne Winston.